My first job that I ever had.
I was actually in a unit, first of the 315 Mobile Mechanized Infantry Unit.
My first job was working in a service station when I was 16 years old.
I worked in a Bible bindery.
First job, I was a clerk typist.
My mom paying me and some of the neighbor kids to pick up 4 o'clock seeds. And for every Dixie cup full, we got 10 cents.
To have that first check was freedom.
As a child and an 18-year-old, it never occurred to me to think about my own future and would I be secure.
I'm originally from Cuba. I moved here about 10 years ago. When I moved here, my idea of what it means to get old and settle down really changed a lot. I saw a lot of people who never really stop working, who never feel like they can't stop working.
A good portion of people within my social world are headed straight to some good retirement, and I'm not. I will probably never, ever retire, period.
In my ethnicity, it's not something that's talked about, because half the time people don't think they were going to live to see retirement, to be honest with you.
Just like everybody else is, 2 paychecks away from homelessness, that's doubly and triply or, exponentially more true for queer people.
When people talk about Social Security, they call it sometimes an entitlement, and it's not an entitlement. I paid into it for 50 years. I worked my fingers to the bone. I woke up, at 5:30, 6 in the morning, and went and worked for that Social Security.
Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid is the way that people survive. If we're taking out this, survival tactic, what is going to happen to these groups of people that are, counting on these benefits?
If I don't get the coverage and the help and the housing, you might as well blow the taps now. I'm just one pinky toe away from the street.
What would life be like for me if I didn't have Medicaid? I wouldn't know I had cancer, and I wouldn't know I had fibromyalgia. Yeah, it would also mean I wouldn't have any mental health care, or at least, it'd be a lot different.
When I was accepted into the senior subsidized housing facility that I'm in now, it felt like 1,000 pounds lifted off my shoulders. And just to watch the sunrise out my bedroom window and just be so thankful and just filled with gratitude that here I am.
Everyone will eventually need help, and there ought to be much more of it than there is now.
One of the things that I really admired ever since I moved here was people's ability to speak up.
I think we are awakening now. I think yes, we have no choice.
I know that, one, I'm not the only person that's currently being affected by these cuts. I know there's a million other Americans that are also worried about this, and also a million of them who are actively working towards finding a solution.
We need to unite here in America instead of having issues about what color my skin is, or how I talk, or who I love.
Compassion, love, community. Yes, life, the joy of living, the celebration of being alive.
Knowing that we're all in this together and that, it's not just you're alone in this, gives me kind of more reassurance that we will find a solution and find a way to get through this. Me, my family, and a million others of families alike.
We all stand square, shoulder to shoulder, we can achieve anything. That's my belief.